is about the cause and effect.
Yeah.
Is I've had many emotions, well, two main emotions during the week.
Yeah.
And then I tried to push something away that would have allowed me to have dealt with it, but it came in my face.
Yeah.
So in my truth, I spoke my truth, and then that emotion went.
Yeah.
But then it was a very similar emotion that came back, and so here I'm thinking, oh, I've dealt with the cause. But like, how do I know if I've dealt with an effect or a cause?
Well, the law of attraction is telling you haven't.
Because it comes back.
Yeah. As soon as the law of attraction brings a similar event back in your life that triggers a similar emotion, you know that you haven't dealt with emotion. So see a lot.
You bypass all the effects and go straight into the cause and deal with it and like just get rid of it.
Well, that is because you're worried about what the law of attraction is going to bring you next, right? You're worried about getting slapped around a bit in this law of attraction process. But the truth is that every time you deal with a cause right to the end, then no longer will you attract the same thing. So that's the first thing to remember. Secondly, how then do I go in and deal with causes rather than having to get triggered all the time? Well, you're going to have to be very honest with yourself. And to be honest with you, not many people are that honest with themselves. Right? And that's why we need the law of attraction to pull these things into line for us. That's why God created that law, in fact.
So the more I can be in my truth about...
If you stay in truth emotionally, and this is one of the things we'll talk about too, regardless of that,
I'll get to the cause quicker.
You'll get to the cause much quicker. Yeah, yep, very much so. Truth is your pathway into your emotion. Do everyone understand that? Yeah. Truth is your pathway into your emotion. And I mean you being in total, complete truth. Right? And it's very challenging at times because no one around you wants it. And half the time you don't either. Right? A lot of times we don't want to face... Like, how many of us sit down a day and say, actually, I feel very dissatisfied with the relationship I'm in? How many of us do that in a day? We will go weeks and sometimes months and sometimes, like I've gone years in a very dissatisfying relationships, not looking at the cause of emotion. Yeah. So truth is your pathway home, always. Yeah. The more prepared you're willing to, the more prepared you are and willing you are and desirous you are of being in truth, the faster your emotions will appear. You try setting your intention one day. We'll talk about intention a bit today. You try setting your intention. I'm going to just face all truth. I guarantee if you set that intention from your soul, the next day you will start getting truths that you are just going, whoa. Right? And it'll be about your life. It'll be very confronting things in your life. One lady who was travelling with me, she wanted to know the truth about everything that was going on in her relationship. And bang, she got just hammered with all of these times her partner had cheated on her and all this. They all just came to her all over the next few days. Right? Because she set that intention. Up until then, for 11 years, she didn't want to know. Why didn't she want to know? Because she didn't want to deal with the emotion that it would trigger in her. That's why we don't want to know. How many of you want to remain in ignorance? Not many of you. That's really good. Right? Because if you try to remain in ignorance, there are laws you're breaking that are harming your soul. If you try to remain in ignorance.
Was that intuitively, or was she actually sat down by her partner and told that?
Her partner told her things, other people in her life told her things that her partner wasn't telling her. There was just things like emails that came to her by mistake. All sorts of things happened.
Not by mistake.
Not by mistake. She had set her intention fully at the soul level, and all of a sudden she was in this space now where she was willing to face all the truth.
That must be freeing.
Oh, it's totally freeing, but scary at the same time, because what is she going to have to do with all of this? Process it emotionally, right?